What is up, guys? It is Daddy Furious in the house. Now in this video, let's talk about 7 new things that are going to come to Rise of Kingdoms, most likely in this year, 2023, starting with VIP 19, because as we have seen, they did add a new VIP level to the game by each year. So this year, there's a high chance that we'll be seeing VIP 19 coming to us by the early spring, I think around March or April. And regarding the buffs of VIP 19, I think they have to do something with the new formation system that they just got added to the game for kingdoms that are playing KVK 2 and above. So I think they have to do something with the buffs in the state forum. For example, you guys gonna get +1 or 2 daily travel chances, or daily dispatch chances, or major dispatch chance bonus. One of these 3, you guys gonna get it in VIP 19. Plus, it might do have a buff for the equipment system as well. For example, +1% chance of getting a crit or a special talent while you guys are refining your equipments. But again, we are not sure of any of these, and none of these are final, and they are just my predictions for VIP 19. Alright guys, moving on to the second thing that we'll see getting added to the game this year. It is going to be 2 new civilizations. So not just 1, but 2. Now, they might add them together, or they might add one of them and then add the second one by a few months later. But this year for sure, we will have 2 new civilizations getting added to the game. And I think they are going to be the Persian civilization and the Rus or Kievan Rus, or maybe it's going to be the Mayan civilization from South America. Now, all of these civilizations, they are great. They had a great impact on humanity and on our history, with my favorite being, of course, the Persian civilization. Now, we do have the founder and the leader of Persian Empire in the game, which is Cyrus the Great. And Cyrus, or how we say in my language, Kurosh, he is one of my favorite commanders and leaders in history. That is because he did many great things in his time. For example, after each of his conquests, he liberated and freed the slaves. He was also the first leader in history to invent human rights and basically give people the freedom and the right to choose their own religion and beliefs. Also, he established racial equality. And all of his achievements, like human rights, they are written on a stone, which is called Cyrus Cylinder. And right now it is sitting in a British museum, so you guys can go and check it out. Alright, so that was basically a quick history lesson for you guys. Now let's get to the buffs of this civilization. I think for Persia, it is going to be archers, according to history. For Kievan Rus or Russian, it is going to be cavalry. And for Maya civilization, I think it is going to be infantry focused. Alright guys, moving on to number 3, we will have about 10 new commanders in this year getting added to the game. So the first 4 are going to be 2 legendary and 2 epic commanders that are getting added along with the new civilizations to the game, that you guys can obtain them from the events and the golden keys. The next ones are going to be 2 new archers, followed by 2 cavalry commanders, and lastly 2 leadership or infantry commanders, that you guys can get them from the Mightiest Governor event or Wheel of Fortune. So again, in total, 10 new commanders coming to the game in the year 2023. Moving on to number 4, we will have museum relics for KVK 2 commanders, that being Alexander the Great and Constantine and Saladin with Genghis Khan. So you guys will be able to make them more powerful by obtaining their relics from museum if your current kingdom has reached KVK 4 or Season of Conquest. Alright, number 5, we are going to have a lot of optimizations for formation system, because as we saw for equipments, when they got added to the game, we had lots of changes for them. Like some materials, they got added to the game and then they got removed, like feathers and silk. If you guys remember what I'm talking about, it is about 2 years ago that we had these materials in the game. So in total, expect to have lots of changes and updates for formations, and I recommend you guys to not dismantle any good armaments and keep them, and only dismantle the ones that you do not need. For example, the ones that give you siege health, attack and defense, because to be honest, who is using them? So you guys can go ahead and recycle them, but keep the good ones, because in future you guys will be able to switch their buffs and give them to other armaments. Number 6, we are going to have new legendary equipments that you guys can get them from the KVK shop. Plus, I think they will add 1 or 2 new accessories along the way as well. And finally, getting to number 7, we are going to have collaborations between Rise of Kingdoms and Lilith's new game called Call of Dragons, which is coming to App Store on February 21st. And basically, it's going to be global launch. So you guys might be asking what type of collaborations. For example, if we click on the Commanders tab and we go all the way down here to Commanders Dio-chan and Lubu, we can see that these are not from Rise of Kingdoms and they came from collaboration with the game Dynasty Warriors. So we will see something like this with Call of Dragons, or we might be seeing avatar frames like this one right here. It's called Wings of Tassi. Plus there is another one. It is called A Strength of the Gods, like this one. So as you guys can see, they are from a totally different universe that got added to the game by collaborations. So guys, that's it for the video. 7 new things that are coming to the game in this year, so stay tuned because we will be seeing them very soon. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is 𝒟𝒹𝓆𝓎 signing out, and peace!